hope you are doing well. So welcome to today's episode. In this we would be understanding like how we can build some kind of better animations in our app, and we can make our user experience more and more better, more interactive, more engaging, just beside using static images. So we can have some better user experience. So we use usually people use usually videos or some kind of GIFs in their applications. You would have seen like some of the payments apps, you would be seeing there would be a success message with a animation. So how do we get that? So for that we have some kind of Lottie files that comes into picture. So if I show you, so this is, let's say, kind of Lottie images that we get. These are known as Lottie images. So these kind of GIF images that I was talking about, we can bring into our app so that the app is more engaging and more live, and the user experience is better with the better images qualities also as well. So you can use this in your application, in your web applications, anywhere. So these are very lightweight images that we can say that could be downloaded as JSONs in your particular application. So how do we start with that is basically you can search upon your Chrome or somewhere, like these are the Lottie files. So you just have to click on them. They are very free, of course. You can just sign up and you can get started. So once you sign up, you can just search the image that you want. Let's say as of now I want to go with the success images. Okay, so if you want, you can have many other, you can have these positive or whatever XYZ you want to feel, and you want to have these kind of images you want. So let's say as of now I'm going with the success. I have, you can just click on the download, and then once you get download, it would be appearing in your workspace. So I'm using a free subscription, that is why I have downloaded this already. So once I have downloaded, what you can do, you just have to go here and download as. So once you click upon as download as, you will get the Lottie JSON, what type of you want to have. Okay, so since I'm a free user, I would be using the JSON file. This is the better we can use for your applications as well. So once you click on download, your download will start. And as you know, I have clicked upon the JSON type. So I will be getting my animation. See, this is a JSON file that we got. So we would be using this and we would be making the animations in the app. Okay, so this is where we will get all the fancy stuff that we want. Now let's come on to the technical thing, how you can integrate in your app. So you have to go and write iOS Lottie. So you will get your SDK over here. Once you click on the SDK, this is the SDK link that you will have. And once this SDK link, you can clone either by your cartridge, either you can clone it by Cocoa Pods or Swift Package Manager. I will be using Swift Package Manager, that is more easy to use. So you have to click on this and let's go on to the project. So you have to click here, add package dependencies. You have to click on copy the post, and here once you get, you will be clicking on add packages. So I have already added it. So that's the best thing because it was taking some time. So I have already added just in order to save your time in the video. Once we have this, now let's start with the hands-on coding. Before that, what we can do, we can just drag and drop the Lottie image or the JSON that we have added in, downloaded in the project. So let's drag and drop over here. So here comes, and let's drag and drop over there, and let's rename it. Let's put something as success so that at least when we type it is easy to have it, success.json. So here is the Lottie image that we wanted to view. So first let's integrate into the app. So basically people will start doing over here, but that is not a good coding practice, because if you are using Lottie throughout your application, you would be using, let's say, at 4 or 5 places. So why you want to put over here? Like directly, let's make one custom component. Let's make one core component, and that core component we would be calling over everywhere so that the things are better, easy for us. So that's a better code quality approach. So let's start. Let's drag and drop one of the file. Let's make it Lottie screen. Okay, so here is my Lottie screen. Okay, and let's import our Lottie. Okay, here is a import is being done. Let's go. Okay, for one more thing, I was reading the documentation. In order to read your documentation, you can give iOS Lottie for SwiftUI. So it already have your entire documentation, so you can read the documentation and see like where you have to go, how these animations, what code you need to add, how you have to go with them. Okay, so this is like, we will be also starting with the same documentation. I have read this documentation, and from here only I started the Lottie type of images that we want to go, how we have to do. Okay, so let's start with this and let's go with Lottie. And what was the documentation? We will just do the documentation steps only, nothing fancy over here. So we have to copy the documentation and then we will be using the same. So we have given success as the Lottie animation. Okay, now we have to tell like how many times we want to play with that. So let's say I am going as of now looping. Looping means like how many times. we have to go. So it's like you can see it's looping, it will be repeating itself. Okay, and if you want you can go ahead with playback mode. So this is the playback mode, or you can say playing mode. Okay, so here in the playing mode you can say loop mode. You want auto reverse, you want to loop it again and again, you want to repeat how many times, you want to play it once. So let's say if we want to play it once, how it would be, that's it, done, play at once. Okay, so this is now gone. So the latest that modifier we will be adding, that would be taking place. So let's say if you want to have that repeat, and let's say 3 times, 1 time, 2 time, and 3 time it will stop. So you can give your count also. So this is the best thing, we can have it over here. So what we can do, guys, like see, this is a Lottie loop mode we have to give. So what we can do, we can just like for every Lottie we would be using like how many times we can give. So we can just say Lottie playback mode, and we can take the Lottie playback mode, simple, and we can give it over here playback mode. So this is now we are making our component more and more custom. Okay, so we are having it in a custom manner. So let's say now we have to give it as repeating, and then we will put it like here, like how many times we have to repeat it. Like this is the better standards that we can go. Like you can have it your playback mode like this. Okay, I think I made a mistake. This is a playback mode we can give it. Okay, the type of Lottie, I think I made it Lottie playback mode. Did I write something bad? Is क्या करना could convert the type of playback mode to expected. Okay, so this is a playback mode type. I have to write, I wrote something bad. So okay, this is fine. Like let's see now, let's add it over here how many times we want to play. Let's give it like repeat. Okay, dot Lottie dot repeat. Okay, and I think it should work. Let's wait, let's go for the document, and I was just looking over here only, it is current progress. Okay, and here is, it is Lottie playback mode. Okay, playback mode only. I have made some mistake. This is fine. Okay, Lottie playback mode. I think this would be better. Yeah, this works. And here we have to give it like here, and let's take it repeat after 3 times. So this is basically R&D that we have to do. So let's see if goes 1 time, 2 time, and 3 time. So there it goes. And let's say if we give it as what was that loop, so it would be continuously forever. Okay, so here this is now you have made your things very custom. Okay, so it's a core component. Anytime any of the app, you just have to give your Lottie screen name. And here, yeah, I just forgot, let we can have to give it around what we have to give, like Lottie file name, since we file name would also be dynamic throughout the app. And let's keep it as string, and let's put it over here, and let's put the Lottie file name over here, success. So this is like the core components we have to build. So this is what I'm trying to teach here, just not a basic app. We will be going with the proper file naming and proper semantics and proper coding level. So this is how we have made a Lottie integration done. This is the animation that we have done. Okay, so this is what a basic Lottie integration looks like. And let's say after completion you want to do some particular steps, like after this it will play 3 times, and then you have to go on to some next screen, or you have to show something, some data. So what you can have, you can just also have your let completion handler over here. Okay, so you can have your completion, like what happens after completion. So you can make one completion, and that would be having some kind of nothing, no action as of now. Okay, and this is your completion, you can give it, and this is your completion, you can start your code over here. Okay, so if you want you can give it as null also. And here there is a function that names as on completion. Okay, so there was something I read completion, or after playback animation complete, was there something I was remembering it. Yes, animation did finish. Okay. So what we have to do, it's like on configure, like you can have some different things. You can have it like in whatever way you want. So this is the way you can have the thing. So let's go with on completion as of now. On animation did finish. So what we want, so we can just type here. So basically we will have our basic completed in, and once it is completed, whatever you have your completion over here, so basically you can send your files. So it was like, I think it was on completion, I read somewhere. Okay, on completion there is, I think, search completion, no. So let's go here and see. So here are they. So we have dot images, we have load animations, and we have something that is, there is file name, placeholder views you can give. So there are many more, so you can just read it and then you can give it so whatever you feel like, and then configurations you want to give on appear, value changed. Okay, so here we have configure. So let's directly search completion. Animation did finish loading. Okay, this is a given Lottie completion block, that is called. So here only you can call your whatever you want animation completion handler. So we were correct, and this was like we can do it. So let's see, animation did finish and there is nothing we can have it. Completion is the best thing we can have it over here. Okay, animation did finish. Okay, so this is your blog and you can put your completion over here. That's it. So this is what you can have the things over here, like whatever you want, like the functions, or you can make it as nil also. That doesn't even make sense, like any times you want to call it. So you can make it by default as nil, so that would be easy for you. So like if you do not want it, you can just make it as nil. That's it, simple. Okay, so let's make it as nil over here. So these are the things you can start in your code, and then you can go ahead with the things. Okay, so it is already nil, so we have to declare it like this, where, so simple. So this is the thing. Okay, now we will be calling from the particular component that I was talking about. So what you can go, Lottie screen. So we have many things now, file name, playback mode, and everything. So here you will give your file name, and success you want you to repeat forever, you can make it loop, repeat forever, repeat backwards, loop. So let's keep it as a loop. So you see here the all file is over here. So this is how you can integrate Lottie, and you can make your own custom components as well. So it was like any, now you have any screen, you just have to write this one line and your things are done. So because why, everything is done in the core component file over here. So this is the best thing that you should do, start practicing, and then you can integrate Lottie in your file images as well. So this is the pretty thing you can go ahead with. Like let's give it a background, let's remove the, give it a background of black and see how the things look like. I think they would be looking pretty good. So here is it. So pretty good, yeah. So that's all about this. If you like this video, do subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more such learning videos. Thank you.